my wonderful collective. Welcome to my channel. This is me, Slavik. Good to see everybody. And welcome the guests of my channel as well. If you're new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And today is a wonderful day, and I want to wish you all a wonderful, happy, and merriest Merry Christmas. And I hope that all of your wishes will come true. Okay, my beautiful, wonderful sweethearts. Let's do another reading for you. Let's take a look what messages the universe have for you today in regards of your current situation. All right, let's start. Messages for my beautiful, wonderful sweethearts this beautiful day. What messages what messages the spirit guides have for you today? Messages for my beautiful collective. Okay, shall we? First card. First card is kind of like an empress. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at you. You come up right off the bat. The bear and you. Once again, confirmation. This is you. This is you, the bear. Powerful, strong, resilient, unstoppable, fearless. I kind of feel like you walked in the darkness. This is dark here. You see, look at this bear. Look at this bear. Look at this powerful bear. Through the blizzard, through the snow, in the middle of a night, you are fearless. This is a very powerful two cards that identify who you are right now. You're strong. You're strong. You're not afraid. Bears are the king of the forest. Okay? You're the queen. You're the queen of your life. No matter where you walk, what situation you are put into, you'll pull it through. Also, I feel that there's people that are afraid of you. You bring forth this fear. It's something about you. Like this is like your energy. This is who you are. Bring forth fear. You intimidate a lot of people. A lot of people do not wish to face that bear. They don't want to look. They don't want to be around you. They don't want to be on the bad side. Because they know that you're fearless. You've been through a lot. You've been through many fights. And you walk out winner every single time. So this is how the universe sees you right now. This is mostly a reminder for you on this beautiful Christmas day, for you, my wonderful sweethearts, to acknowledge your power, to acknowledge your strengths, to know how far you actually came along all by yourself. You walked alone, right? You're strong. So without doubt, the first two cards signifying that there's nothing that no one and anyone can do to you, no matter how much they try. How much they try. According to the higher powers, how do they see you? How does the higher power see you? Because I already see that the higher power giving you all the strengths you need to conquer any situation, no matter what situation you're in. And I'm sure you have been put through a lot of situations. How does the higher power see you? How does the higher power see you? Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. What is the Ace of Cups about? It's about knowledge. Knowledge, right? Intuition. Heightened intuition, heightened knowledge. That's what helps you, right? You possess some sort of knowledge. It's almost like you don't even yourself know where that knowledge comes from. But water in spiritual practices and as well in tarot always signifies intuition. You gathering the knowledge from that never-ending source that constantly floating towards you, right? We have nature here again, and we have the bear. So there's extraordinary abilities that are present in you that allows you to do the right things. I'm sure a lot of people here, a lot of your enemies, they would wish to trap you. They would wish to hunt that bear and trap that bear. That is you. But so far it has been unsuccessful for your enemies. I will take a look who your enemies are, but I'll draw one more card to see how the universe sees you as well. So there is a book of knowledge that is given to you that you gather this information from. In other words, you can foresee every moves or every attacks that the hunters, aka your karmics, are trying to leash you, because I feel like there is a war right now going on to capture you, to capture that bear, right? It's like your enemies are the hunters hunting you, who is the bear. But you can smell, right? You can almost smell what's coming your way. So you avoid, see, Five of Swords. Look how many people here after you. Look how many people are chasing you. It's almost like a bounty has been issued to capture you. And no one have done it. No one so far have done it, and no one will ever do it. Because you already have instincts. This is what the bears also is about. You have this magical, almost extraordinary instinct to avoid your enemies. And look how many people are after you, more than 5. Look, they're running, they're angry. They want to capture you. They want to continuously try to destroy you, but they can't. So there's a hunt for you, okay? A hunt for you. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is a card of victory. Victory. See, look at all of these messengers. There's birds flying. Flying with messages. Messengers. You have your own messengers. They're doing the job for you. You're victorious here. You're victorious. There's no one can capture you. No matter how hard they try. But they're trying. And they cannot figure out how you know. How you know what was trapped for you. But almost like within hours or even days. So I'll give you an example. All of your enemies here, and there's a lot of them, I feel like they have a plan, okay? They're like, okay, tomorrow we're going to do this. And they were so certain. They were so certain that that plan of trapping you would work. But you yourself, even subconsciously, not even knowing why, you, for example, would go to this place and then you change something. And that's it, that plan backfires. Almost within hours or days. This is once again linked to your intuition, to that book of knowledge that you possess. This is extraordinary strengths, once again, given from the higher powers to you. So you can avoid all of the traps that your enemies are always placing for you, because they're restless. They don't stop day and night. Day and night. But yet, within hours, within days, bam, their plan backfires. And they cannot figure it out. How do you know that? How? From birth, you have been possessed a very powerful energy. No one can take that away. No one can take away your willpower. Nobody could possibly take away your strength or your intuition. This belongs to you. This belongs to you. According to the higher power, what else is about you? Well, see, 7 of Swords, like I already said. There's constantly attempts to defraud you, to steal from you, to outsmart you, to set you up, right? But the thing is about the 7 of Swords. This is your enemy over here. See? Gathering some books, hiding information. But look who's watching here. Look who's watching. Look who's watching. This gives me a feeling of extraordinary spirit that is observing and watching, right? Saying you're not running away with nothing. You're not running away with nothing. So your enemies are busted here. They're exposed. Every single move that they're doing to you or against you, every techniques that they're utilizing against you, is well observed and well known. So the spirit guides, once again, confirming, I'm assuming what you already know about group of people that trying to stop you, but you are unstoppable here. This is again card 6 of Wands. You are unstoppable here. Okay? You're unstoppable. There's no stopping you. No stopping you. Each day, you becoming stronger. Okay, what else, Spirit guys, you want to say about the 7 of Swords and 5 of Pentacles? Yeah, Magician, manipulations. They're trying to manipulate. See, Fool. Fool and manipulations. Fool. Foolish. They're constantly trying to attempt to manipulate the situation. Trying to manipulate you. Trying to make you look like a fool. Hoping that you will fall for their manipulative techniques. Because if we combined the Magician and the Fool card together, what do we get? We get ridiculous manipulations, foolish manipulations. In other words, that whatever your enemies are saying, whatever they're doing, whatever they're planning to do is absolutely ridiculous and foolish. And you know about it. That's the thing, you know about it. Look at this. There's a card of Hierophant right here on the bottom. Once again, this is you, right? This is you, Hierophant. You know the truth. You know the truth. This is that book, the book of truth. You know the truth, you speak the truth, and because you have been doing so, you cannot be stopped here. So always constant manipulations here your way. Like I said, your strong position, I feel like making somebody's very angry. Your enemies are very mad. They're very angry because they cannot get to you. They cannot make you look like a fool, no matter how much they try. Just simply, they themselves look like fools, trying to manipulate you. So what was this manipulation is about? Why there's so many people, this is the card flip over, demonically oppressed people, okay? Demonically oppressed people, what does that mean? This means an individual, one or a group of individuals most likely, that are oppressed. Dark people, dark, opposite of a Hierophant, right? We have a devil and we have a Hierophant. Dark people doing this to you. What type of manipulation this group of people are still attempting to do against you? Don't they understand by now that you are resilient here? Don't they understand by now that you are not going to give up? Because victory was written on your destiny? Justice. See, justice, they want to outsmart courts, judicial system. That's what they want. But justice card is here, right? There could have been a corruption, legal corruption. Who are your enemies? Most likely group of corrupt individuals that abused the legal system against you. That's really what it was, right? Law. So do you see, you knowing the law, this is also could be the book of law, you knowing the law is on your side. You're literally saying, no, 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 no. This is what the law it is, because it's written in black and white. And you're trying to tell me otherwise. I know my rights because the law is written. But these enemies, these demonically oppressed enemies, are trying and yet making look like fools. They're still looking like fools, that's without doubt. But they're trying to outsmart the law. You see, they're hiding. Could be hiding the evidence. Some sort of manipulation was done against you at one point. Someone could have reported you. You could have been subjected to torture. You could have been unlawfully investigated. You could have been unlawfully detained and arrested with some baloney charges against you. But you say, wait a minute. You're not going to preach me the law because I know the law. I know my rights. And the law is on my side. This is what it is. The law is on your side. So the only thing really you're doing here is trying to explain to these corrupt people what the law says. This is the law of God. This is the law of man. And you violated both of them. So do you see why your positions are strong? Because these enemies of yours, they cannot rewrite the law that was already written. But they're trying. So I'm assuming here they're afraid to go to prison. That's exactly why they're still targeting you. Because they're trying to set you up. Once again, the card of the Fool and the card of Magician. They're trying to make you look like you're the one that is criminal, that you're the one that is crazy, okay? That you're the one here at the edge. But this is who they are. They cannot rewrite the law. They can, and that's exactly why the Bear card is here, because your positions are strong. You're not making up the laws here. If this is what the law was written, this is what it is. But they're trying. So let's see what kind of scheme. And I see card of protection. See, you're protected. Legally, you're protected. Spiritually, you're protected. So to be honest with you, your enemies are truly, they're not okay. Something wrong with these people. Wrong. That's why the card of demonically oppressed, they're mad. They're like demonically insane. You know, if that gives me the feeling like a crazy maniac's running. They're envious, they're hateful. The things that comes out their mouth and their behavior is once again demonic. They're mad. They're mad. And yet, I feel like you're just with ease, you know, like a butterfly. You're like, huh, what do you got? Oh, you want to talk about law to me? Well, guess what? I know the law. I know that law is on my side. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Come on, give it a break. But no, they can't stop. They can't stop because of their mental state of demonically oppression. They're demonically oppressed people. Which once again, you are protected. You are protected here. I'm going to lay this card here for you. So you see it yourself. You're spiritually protected. You're legally protected. Law is not what you want it to be. You cannot just create your own laws. Make things up. Falsified evidence. It's not how it works. In fact, there is a criminal charges that can result and will be established in regards to what was done to you. But see, once again, the card of illusions, La La Land. These people build a sandcastle. How this thing's going to work out, what they're going to say. And they're certain that this is going to work, but it's not. This is delusions. This is their own delusions in their own mind. They're delusional. You understand? Your enemies are delusional. They think that they can manipulate the system. Once again, look at this. Magician falls right underneath of the card of delusions. See, sandcastle. So whoever this person is, you see writing something, report. Based on what? What are you writing a report based on what? On delusional, fabricated facts that never existed because you yourself think that you can just write it? They're insane. Insane. You understand? Insane. So of course you're looking at this situation, thinking to yourself, that's crazy. That is truly crazy. But you know what? If your enemies were at least an ounce wise, they would have left you alone a long time ago. They would have already given up. They would have given up. Because your truth here is correct. But see, they don't. They don't. They're still thinking, magician and a card of illusions. They're still delusional that they can manipulate the court system. They still believe that by Seven of Swords they can lie to the judge. They still believe that they can fabricate the evidence and push it through. But come on, come on. It's not gonna happen. But they're crafting, okay? They're crafting something. They believe that it's going to work. This is the card of immorality. These individuals are very, what the proper word to say? Shallow. Shallow, okay? Shallow. They're here and there. They're acting foolish. They run around, tee-hee, ha-ha, nothing but talks. They have a really immoral lifestyle. Immoral. You a person of morals, you a person of ethics, because Hierophant falls on you. You have boundaries. You do not cross these boundaries. You have a resilient and tremendous level of self-discipline, like a soldier. You do not break the rules. You do not break the law. Whoever your enemy is not only delusional, but also acts foolish. Foolish. No self-discipline, no manners, no code of conduct, no proper ethics, no morality. That moral compass in your enemies are gone long ago. Missing. So whoever your enemies are here, they're doing whatever they want, thinking that they'll never be able to be held accountable for it. But soon they will find out, because there is a justice here. Justice is coming for those who have harmed you. Those who thought that they could make fun of you, thought that they could humiliate you. You're the bear here, okay? You're stronger, you have nothing to prove. But whoever is targeting you, I feel like these people feel like they have something to prove. They only prove their own stupidity. They have nothing to prove here to you. You have nothing to prove because you already know who you are. I see that this individual, there's the card of illness. Most likely ill. Illness. Illness could be either psychological illness, could be physical illness, but the person or a group of people that fighting with you are ill. Could be spiritually ill, but there's illness here. Sickness. Okay, sickness, sick. Well, of course, would a healthy person do this to you? Think about it. Would a healthy person do this to anybody? No, they wouldn't. So relevantly, you know who you're dealing with. You know who you're dealing with. Okay, the card of justice. The card of justice, locked. See, locked. Justice is locked for them. What does that mean? It means that their attempts by Seven of Swords to manipulate judicial system is locked. The courts are locked for them. Meaning that there's nothing they can do. Their manipulative lies, their slander is locked. You see? Locked. This is the lock. That's it. You're locked out. You're not to think that you're going to run around from one police department to another, from one courthouse to another, from one justice or judge to the other, and pull through your delusional falsified evidence. You see what I mean? Meaning that legal system is no longer responsive to this abusive person, because they've done so much crazy stuff and they're clearly here not well, either psychologically or physically or both. They're not well. That no courts, judicial system is no longer receptive in listening or accepting what they are fabricating. That is a good news for you. right? That is a good news for you. It means that you are protected. Law is on your side. Law is on your side, 100%. That's what it means. Clarify the card of manipulations and the card of a sandcastle. What exactly is this enemy of yours trying to manipulate? Because I see that they're pushing through something through courts. They're either running from police department to another, but I see also that they're being rejected, meaning rejected. Why? Because cops probably already know the truth. They know, see, remember, Seven of Swords, they're observed. Look at this person here. Look who's watching through the window, right? This is could be like, gives me the idea of like a detective, somebody, like, how do you call it? Secret service, like a secret, right? Because the eyes are closed. There's a face mask. It's just a shadow, right? But this is a person. So whoever's watching your enemy here, gathering all of this falsified things against you, they're known, they're watched. They're watched. So before they even go and report you, whoever that person is, could be either a police officer, detective, undercover, special services, some sort of police, whatever, they already give the intel to the judge saying, listen, so-and-so going to come into your courtroom with this type of evidence, ignore it, okay? There's nowhere for them to run. That's the thing. Whatever they're doing is absolutely ridiculous. But let's take a look here. What is this manipulations? What are they still trying to do? What are they still trying to do? Clarify the card of Magician and the card of Delusions. The card of Delusions. Okay, Holy Water. And Freedom. Okay, this is I feel like your card. Freedom. Or maybe they think that they will be free from that, right? If they manipulate hard enough, if they fabricate something, that they would be free from legal consequences. This is most likely what they think. They think that they will be free from whatever they have done to you. They truly believe that they will not be held accountable for what they did to you at whatever time. Most likely is dragon from the past. So this is what they think. They believe that they will go free. What are they planning here? Because I do see they're planning something. Planning. Keeping a promise. Okay. Bad choices. Love story. Once upon a time. Once upon the time. Maybe somebody believes, there's a police card, that maybe somebody will... This is going to be the person you know that did this to you. This is also could be the person believing that you would forgive them, because there's apology here. Thinking that, oh, well, if I apologize to you, you will maybe perhaps drop the charges, or maybe perhaps you will not be so strict, demanding justice, because really what you're demanding here is truth. And the redemption of your name that was slandered at one point for you legally, right? Somebody set you up here. So I feel like somebody is being foolish. There's a card of a police and a love story that maybe you will remember. Maybe this is your ex that did this to you. For some of you, this is could resonate, that maybe you will have a softened heart and say, oh, sure, I'll forgive you. Yeah, sure. You know, we did have love at one point. Yeah, I made a bad choices. But could you forgive me for what I did to you, right? But you're not going to forgive anybody, because you know that whoever is going to come forward and try to manipulate you with this bouquet of flowers and give you that fake apologies, you're not going to accept it. Why would you? You're not the same person. Don't forget that you were treated as an animal. Don't forget that. It is you that were treated like an animal. It is you that have been abused. Why should you forgive? Look at this bear. Every time I look at this oracle card, look at this bear. Look at this bear's eyes. You were treated like an animal. You were trapped like you were a circus animal. Is that something you think you can forget and forgive because of somebody's fake apology? No, no. So no matter what it is you're going through, remember that you were treated worse than an animal. And you didn't deserve this. You didn't deserve this. So there is no forgiveness. This is called karma. Everybody gets here what they deserve. You are not to carry nobody's burdens. This is not for you to carry. This is not for you to carry. Whatever was done to you was well planned. Only you did not know about this entrapment. The opposition did. So why would you forgive? But this is their last hope. This is their chance. They hope that you will remember the past. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. You will remember the past where you were treated like an animal, where you were treated worse than an animal. Probably Animal Protection Act have more rights than a Constitution Act or a criminal code. You were treated worse than an animal. That's not something you can forget. With time, perhaps you will forgive, but you will not forget how you were entrapped. So this is their first, this is, I'm assuming their first, their last option. This is what they're hoped for. That you will have a change of heart, that you maybe initially say, no, oh no, it's okay. I forgive you. I forgive you for half a decade of suffering. I forgive you for 10 years of suffering. Sure, I'll be a nice person. You're no longer a nice person. You're a hierophant, right? What is a hierophant? Hierophant is about justice. Hierophant is about wisdom. You now going to say no. This is my demands. This is now your place to demand what you need. Not everybody else's. This is you now that calling the shots here. Not them. What else are they planning? Once again, no matter what they're planning, this is delusion. Social media, potentially this person watching you on social media, stalking you from some sort of burner phone or maybe computer, like older version. But social media, stalking, of course, stalking for what? For what purposes? To once again trying to entrap you? Is that it? To pull another scheme against you? Clarify social media. Clarify social media. Missing. Social media missing. Okay, missing dating. Missing dating, death. What is this about? Healing. Looking. This person is looking something on social media here. Trying to find something that was missing, something maybe that they missed initially. Looking for information, in other words. Looking at information on social media, trying to find out who you date. They want to know who you date, okay? They're like, oh, well, looks like you healed. So yeah, could be your ex-partner that did this. Okay, healed. Meaning that you're not the type of person that's going to be cling to the past. I mean, I don't see that about you. I see that you're very independent. Once again, the Queen, the Empress, and a bear. You're very independent. Ace of Cups and a Hierophant. You're very righteous. You're right person. So I don't see that you are aching about the past. That's not you. Okay? You're moving on. You're moving on, you're independent. So right now I see that your enemy here really, really concerned to find out who you dating. So they're scanning through your social media, reading through your post, see who's messaged you, who commented maybe on your photograph or whatever, who are your friend list, because they really want to know who you dating, who you seeing, right? See, scanning through social media, maybe trying to find out who giving you gift. This is Christmas. So of course they're like, well, if you were to be dating somebody, probably that person would have given you a gift, right? A gift. You are the gift. You're the definition of perfect gift. You're a perfection. You're beautiful. You're strong. You're independent, but they really want to know who you're dating, okay? Now, question is why? Why would they want to know who you're dating? So they can come back to you and manipulate you again? Put soap in your eyes? Attempt to put another pink shades on your eyes so you believe their story? Some sort of narcissistic people, narcissistic person. There's no fooling you. I've said that already. And I will remind you again. A hierophant and a bear. Do you really think you can once again outsmart or fool a person like you? No, you can't. Because you have this natural instinct, as I mentioned earlier, to pick up lies. You can see it from a distance. You can smell it, right? Just like an animal. See, the good thing about that, of you being treated worse than an animal, is because you develop this natural animalistic instincts, the sixth sense, because you've been in this position for such a long time where you had no one to trust but God Himself. That's why you lift up your hand into the skies, into the heavens. That is the source of your knowledge, your gifts, and your intuition. So there's no fooling you. I'm only confirming here their plan. Why do they want to know who you're dating? Why is it so important for your enemy to know who you're dating? Could be two scenarios. Scenario number one, they want to destroy your relationship. They want to interfere your relationship. That's probably would be the first choice of their action. Second choice, that they want to once again come back to you with attempts to manipulate you. Whichever choice we choose, it's not going to work. But out of curiosity, why would your enemy or enemies want to know who you're dating? Why do they want to know whom you're dating? Moon. Moon. What is moon? Lies. To lie. To once again lie about you. To throw another lie about you. You see how your enemy says clearly not well. Clearly. Who does this? It's unhealthy person that really, really obsessed with idea to destroy you, and yet you are indestructible. If all of these years of solitude, of suffering and pain, and yet every day you come out stronger than a previous day, is not clear enough indicator that you're indestructible, that I don't know what is. But once again, moon, they want to lie about you. This is why they're so concerned who you're dating. So they can lie. They want to pull another lie about you. They want to break you, you understand? Break your confidence, break your strength. But they don't understand that you're indestructible. Yeah, exactly. Out of jealousy. They're not happy that you're happy. So they want to make sure that you suffer. Moon is another manipulation, another lie they're pulling. They could also use your identity on the dating sites, lying about you. For example, using your name and telling all of these people online about you, that is a lie. So no matter which way we're looking at, lie is a lie. Can never be turned into truth. They're lying. Because the whole scam about you was nothing but a lie. Clarify the card of a moon. Boundaries. Boundaries, feelings, take time out to explore deep emotions. Love conquers all. And once again, obstacles to find happiness. Trying to find obstacles for you so you do not feel happy, so you do not find love. Little do they know you may already have love. You may be already in love. How do they know? They don't know anything. If they knew anything, they would have not been investing so much trying to find out. There's also the card of illusions. Illusions, to trap, to fantasy, for a true soul connection, right? To once again lie, to deceive you. To deceive you, but you're not going to fall for this deception. You're not. Because they're guilty. Say guilt. Guilty. Guilty as charged. Whoever did this to you is once again guilty as charged. Well, since we start talking about dating, is there anybody that you are fond of? Or maybe is there anybody you like currently in your life? Is there somebody special that, you know, your heart feels towards this person? Let's see. Is there anybody that captures your heart on a romantic aspect? Is there anybody currently that you're fond of? First card, Six of Wands. Very good. Balance. You're a very balanced person. Balanced person. Well, Hermit. Hermit, you're alone. You're single. Okay? Meaning you, right now, the most important for you in life is this victory, which is clearly what Six of Wands is about. And you're leading towards this victory. See? Pentacles and Hermit, meaning you don't want at this point any distractions in life. One step at a time. Okay? Meaning that I got a lot on my plate. Why would I involve anybody in my life? Start anything fresh or new with somebody if I have to first deal with this, right? And that's exactly where you're leading. You're leading towards this victory. You're moving towards that. It's going to be a victory over this moon, over this deception. And that's a smart position because you do not need any distractions. You don't need any distractions. You are not on any dating sites. You're not looking for anybody. You're not dating anybody because you are concentrating with what is important. And right now, what is important for you is putting individuals that have abused you, slandered you, stalked you in a place where they belong. That is prison. So that's a smart position. Once again, look at this. Smart, right? Smart. Whoever underestimated you is a complete fool. You're a very smart person. You're not going to allow any distraction. See, and look at this. And the path you're leading, the path you're going towards right now as a hermit, leads you towards victory. This is the card of the sun. This is the card of the truth. This is the card of a justice, the card of victory, the card of peace. This is where you're going, see? You know that this is going to end. So you don't need any distractions right now. You don't. You are not on any dating site. You don't date anybody. You don't talk to anybody. Who knows when the last time you were on dating sites? That's not what's important for you. But still, Is there anybody that you see yourself being with in the near future? In the near future. I get Empress, Empress. Could be an Empress here that fighting you. Well, in the near future, like I said, the first event that's going to happen is this competition is going to end. Okay. Right now, I feel that could be a feminine that is targeting you right now, female. But I do see that there will be a change of circumstances for her. Okay. Change of circumstances for her. At the end of the day, you are the one that's going to obtain either settlement, compensation, victory. Okay, so no, like I said, mentioned already, at this moment, one step at a time. One step at a time. There's too much aggression in your way. You understand that. You most likely already know that if you were to date somebody or if you were to build somebody, your enemies would have pulled another lie. Another lie would have been pulled. Maybe it happened in the past. Maybe let's say you were dating somebody in the past and that person was used against you and you got betrayed by, let's say, your ex-boyfriend. So you already been through this technique. You mastered it. You've learned. And you said to yourself, I'm not going to take that road again. I'm going to concentrate on my victory. Yes, I'm a lone fighter. Yes, I'm in solitude. But I have gained a lot of knowledge. I have gained a lot of strengths. I can walk alone in the darkness because I know where is going to lead me. And clearly is going to lead you towards success, towards abundance and happiness and victory. So yeah, smart position. If you ask me, smart position. You do not need any distractions at the moment. You don't. So let's see, fun part. Who is this enemy? Who is this enemy? There's any characteristic about this person? Card of Stars, Seven of Swords. Again, again, what this person wanted. This person wanted everything. See, Seven of Swords. Whoever that person is of you, who targeted you, clearly wanted to achieve the highest heights in life. That person had a big wish. I will see what that wish is. But clearly unrealistic. Unrealistic. Your enemy really thought that they'll get that wish if they will lie enough, hard enough, if they will abuse hard enough, if they manipulate people hard enough. But you see, that lies has only brought them headache and pain and suffering. They lied against you. And maybe it was time this individual realized that it is you who were the star all along. That it is you that possesses all the quality of that star and a wish. But it's too late now. So whoever that person is right now heartbroken. Heartbroken, nothing but problems, gain problems from this ridiculous fight. That person's heart hurts. They're scared. They're scared for what they did to you. There better be. There better be scared because law is coming. Law is coming, see? Law, jail. They're going to jail. Restrictions, they're going to be detained. They will be placed in such a hard restrictions that they'll never get out. And they did it to themselves. You didn't do anything for it. There's some sort of female here. See, Queen of Swords, female. Female did this to you. Female. Cold, unemotional, jealous, envious, greedy, selfish. The woman is your enemy here. She's orchestrated this whole thing. She could have also set you up on dating site. She could have created fake accounts on dating sites with your name. She's going to jail. She's going to jail. Right now, she's stuck. She can't do anything to you. There she is, Queen of Wands. There's two women here. One who helped her at the course of employment. You see, course of employment, Eight of Pentacles. Maybe one woman wanted some sort of promotion, money, wealth, career. Corrupt. Could be corrupt woman. Maybe this was all about money for her. But she's not well and she's sick. I see card of sickness. Clarify Eight of Pentacles. Was it all about money? Is this woman really wanted to make money on your suffering and thought she'll get away with it? Because look, for her, this was the big dream. Card of Star. She really wanted that. It was once in a lifetime for her opportunity. It's a woman. One or two women here. I see two women. Clarified Eight of Pentacles. One woman abused her authority. Key. Yeah, she was the key. She was the key. There's the woman, there's the key, and there's a man. Man and a woman, a couple. Hold the key. So this woman was Queen of Wands. One is a heartbroken. Okay, heartbroken. Whatever she dreamed about doesn't matter. But there is a one woman, she comes up as a fire sign. She could be either a cop, a lawyer, a judge, or a military female. Do you see? She holded the key. This was for her the key for promotion, the key for career. You see? Eight of Pentacles is about job, career. Key is about opening the new promotions, right? Like increase of pay or promotion, bonuses, most likely some sort of contract she signed. But she didn't do it herself. There is a man with her. Man with her. You see? So it was a couple. Man and a woman did it together. They abused you. Abused you for jobs, for scoring good contracts. Maybe it's a military contract. Maybe it's a contract that's supposed to be half a decade where you were treated worse than an animal. This could be military project. This is going to be police contract. You know, they all work on contracts, usually years and years of contracts. So for them, it was money. Money, okay? Because that fraud and that corruption promised this couple, that they will gain a lot of money. It was money for them. All about money, of course. It's a family. Man and a woman, family. They have children together. Child. Family, see? Kid. A boy, son. Son or a daughter. But it's a family. Corrupt family that did this to you. And that's who's targeting you. Because they do not want to go to prison. They're scared. And I already said that this woman is ill. She has illness. She could be older. I feel like she's older, maybe past 50 years old, over 50. Over 50 years old, maybe 52 to 55. And she has some sort of illness because I seen it there. So they're the one that created their own laws in their own police department. They're the one that created their own laws by enforcing or pushing through illegal, unconstitutional, and unprecedented policies. You cannot create laws because laws are already written. Period. So what are they fighting against? The law? Well, good luck with that one. So once again, this is the family. Family who is now frozen, stuck. The card of ice, stuck. They cannot get to you. But there is a trio. There is a third person. Third person could be another male or could be another female. Could be one male, two females that did this to you, okay? We already know that there is a two women comes up and a one male. Three people that organized this, and this was the matter of money. This is also could be three different organizations. 3 people from different organizations, okay? For example, one person from legal system, like judicial courts, one person from police, like law enforcement, and one person from military. Or could be one person from military, one person from the government, let's say politician, and one person could be a civilian. But what joined these 3 people together to lie, to manipulate, to abuse you, to throw you, to be treated, tortured like an animal, is of course abundance. They really wanted this big payout. Maybe they were supposed to receive a payout after the completion of the contract, but they will not get that. They will not get that. They only got a certain percentage. I will clarify that, but I feel like they only got a certain percentage. They did not got what they were expecting for to get, because it is ending. It is ending, but they're going to prison. And what does the law says about illegal proceeds of crime? You're not getting to them. You're not receiving a single penny from the proceeds of crime. And what was done to you was nothing but a crime. They're not going to pay out. They're going to go to prison. Their property will be seized. Look, 3 people going to prison because of this corruption, paperwork. They forged something about you legally. They're not getting nothing. See the woman here, lawyer, maybe cop, written down something. It's a female here that did this. This was all of her idea. See, power, empress. I'm powerful. She thought of herself she's powerful, right? Look how mad she is right now. She's angry. She's angry. She's the one that could have manipulated all the other 2 people to do this to you. But the truth is, she's corrupt. She abused the process. She abused the system. And she should have not. So she's in a big trouble here. In a big trouble. She is going to go to prison. Identification of this woman. What can you tell me about this woman? So my collectives more or less know about it. Okay. Okay. She has hazel eyes. Plus size. Plus size woman. She's a bigger woman. She's a mature woman. Mature woman, hazel eyes, plus size. Okay. She's a plus size, mature woman. She has light skin, so she's Caucasian. She has hazel eyes. She's mature, meaning she's older. She's older than you. Like I said, 50 plus years old. With hazel eyes. Her hair color, I feel like she could change it. Okay, light skin. The male could be medium skin tone, like from India or any other country, because I feel there's one person who is non-Caucasian. With brown eyes. Darker skin. So male could be darker. Crooks. Short hair. Short hair, tall. Tall, average build. So male has brown eyes, she has hazel eyes. Hazel eyes is what? It's kind of like a greenish, brownish mix with something. So the woman here is a plus size. The male is tall, average build, tall, short hair, medium skin tone, and brown eyes. Okay, so there you go. There's your couple. There's your couple of crooks. You know, and glasses. Maybe she's a redhead. She's a redhead that wears glasses. Good, right? Why not? Let's just make money. Let's just make millions. Millions by being crooks. Let's just torture people, I guess. It's normal. Why not, right? I did not know that we can just create our own laws in our own departments and offices. I did not know that fabrication of evidence and falsification of medical reports, expert reports is allowed. Let's just start stealing money from bank accounts. That's probably, I guess, also not illegal. So this is once again the point of view of these enemies, where they declared and proclaimed themselves to be the law, to be above the law. And they're not. They're not. And very soon, they will find that out. They will. Because as far as I considered, you are protected. See? Protected. So nothing they can do to you, my wonderful collective. Nothing. They can try. Nothing can be done. In conclusion, to wrap it up, what your spirit guides want you to know at the end, the card of Urus: strength, endurance, health, courage, vigor, vitality, force, and perseverance. Once again, Urus, power, that you're powerful. Powerful, this is what the spirit guides want you to know. Saying, we got you, right? We got you. We have everything under control. Okay? We've given you enough strength, enough wisdom, enough guidance, and enough protection that you need in order to conquer these two corrupt, privileged people that abused their power and authority for money. That's what the spirit guides have to say. And lastly, I'll draw an oracle card for you. Eclipse in Aquarius is awakening. Your deeper resolve rises, right? Meaning that you're rising above the situation. Your enemies are falling down. And they have only one way, and that way is down. You, awakening. Awakening, meaning that you are rising above what was initially placed for you. These people will try to drag you down, but you're not, because you're already on a different level. So this is exactly what I feel like is happening in your life. You keep rising above everything that was done to you. You're becoming stronger every day. Stronger, smarter, wiser. So you have nothing to worry about. Your enemies have a lot to worry about. Big challenge. You are a big challenge. To be honest with you, you are the biggest challenge. The biggest challenge of this so-called privileged community they have ever seen. You come up as a tiger. I feel like some of you have a tattoo of a tiger. I don't know, whether do you have a picture of a tiger, tattoo of a tiger. I feel very strongly connected to the tiger tattoo or imagery, or you like the tigers, or you have like screen wallpaper as a tiger. Very connected to a tiger. You are fierce, because tiger is also the king of the forest, just like a bear. So this is you. When they initially targeted you, they thought, meh, who cares? Nobody. Who cares? We're unstoppable. We run the city, or we run the courts, or we run the police departments or this country. Now they think otherwise, okay? Now they're saying, oh, we did not see that coming. We did not see the tigers coming out. But this is your internal strengths, right? This is your internal strengths. And don't feel dumb, okay? Don't feel dumb, because I'm telling you guys, this was destined for you to go through. Because I guarantee you that you yourself did not even know the power that you possess. The only way you would have unleashed, this is that once again, the card of awakening. This was necessary for you to awaken your power. So you will continue on living the rest of your life, remembering, knowing, and applying your own strength in every single situation of your life. If what was done to you did not defeat you and only made you stronger, the worst possible circumstances that any human being could have ever been placed in. You've been through it. What could be done to you in the future that could break you? Think about it. Zero. Nothing. Nothing. So that was your awakening. And you are awakened. And you always going to be the biggest challenge to anybody who will ever cross you again. Bam. That's your guys' beautiful Merry Christmas reading. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Well, my beautiful sweethearts, this was the reading for you. I do hope you enjoyed it. Once again, if you're new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And Happy New Year's. Happy holidays. I will see you in the next readings. Okay, lovelies? I love you. Wishing you all the best. See you next time. Bye.